Sola, cleared by Alcalá.
It was a performance by Real Madrid that got their fans reconnected with their colours, with their badge. It was more Real Madrid football of the highest order, of the attacking order, up against a team that was high in La Liga, and they were fairly and squarely beaten.
Seeing the supporters in the background, a grab by the 37-year-old Gorka.
I'm talking about this team that has won the Copa del Rey, but Phil, they've only won it twice since 1993. And it's just nowhere good enough. They regard it as the King's Cup, and of course the connection with the royal family and Real Madrid is well documented.
Here's Karim, parried away by Ramallo. Benzema electing to stick with a splint on a severely broken finger.
You give a look at this Real Madrid side, and you know that they've had their problems with the management and all sorts of injuries and everything, but the Champions League, can they do 4? Well, La Liga seems to be slipping away from them. This cup, the Copa del Rey, there's a great flips that Atletico and Barcelona may be facing.
Vasquez taking on Douglas Luiz. The City loanee forcing it wide, corner far side. Well, as you said, no one has ever come back from a double-digit lead in the second half of the season, or should I say a deficit, but you kind of sense if they turn it around. Oh, chested away by Granel. Out wide for Borja. Looking long. Dumbia. Meanwhile, Girona, 12th place in league. But that's a little deceptive because it only takes a couple of games to get you from Europe down to the relegation zone and back the other way. 21 points for Celta Vigo in 17th place, just above the drop. 26 points for Real Sociedad in 8th place, just outside the European zone. So 5 points the difference.
A nice start to this game by Girona, and it's a lovely set of sequence passes there. Good ball!
In and touched home by Lozano. The Honduran strikes. And Girona draws first blood.
Wonderful passing movement from the back, from way back, and sends Girona fans into absolute ecstasy upstairs. We happy few. Upstairs, look at this. Holding off, lovely little dagger ball presented. And then he's got 2 options arriving. That's poor defending. And it's easily tucked away by Lozano. The Honduran international arrives all alone in between Marcelo and Ramos. Canero looks, he's got way too much time, and it's a peach of a pass, a curler, and no chance for Courtois this time.
Well, mention the fact that Santi Solari was going to be keeping his eyes on Marcelo. He will not like what he saw there. Ramos had to leave the man to slide in to cover Dumbia.
You cannot blame it down to one player, Phil. There was a number of situations on that left side where the ball wasn't closed down enough. There was, in the first half, in their own half, Girona fought off players. There was so little pressure, nobody picking up the runner. So, yeah, Marcelo definitely should be criticised, but there was a few others that'll give him company when that laser is looking at them on the whiteboard at half-time.
Ball back for Ramallo, in for Alcalá.
Dumbia again, it was his goal in the 88th minute that sent Atletico Madrid out, so he's proven to be a Honduran hero.
Lozano scored the goal against Atletico Madrid in the 1-1 draw at home. These his only 2 goals of the season, but what goals against Atleti and Real. Ceballos for Vinicius. Tries to kick it wide. Ceballos drags, drops, parried away.
It's wonderful play by Ceballos. That little roll absolutely froze the defender and give him that extra couple of feet right next to the dead ball line. Clever play.
Douglas Luiz, though, calm and in good position. Parried away again by Ramalho. Douglas Luiz, the City loanee in his second season with Girona out of Vasco da Gama. Holding midfielder. A lot of promise. Although City leaving him for a little more seasoning in Catalonia.
Well, that's put the cat amongst the pigeons. But this is an almighty length of time that high after going to the Metro at Wanda Metropolitano and turning over Atletico, and Stuani on the bench. Now, that all-important road goal has already been achieved.
Ball slid in, sliding over is Alcalá to deny Benzema.
Here's the 1-2 right here. It's a lovely hold-up play by Garcia, and then the diamond ball, and then